What is up, guys? My name is Sakila, and welcome back to Single and Whole. I am so glad you are here. It's been a while since I've popped on and I've done this show, but I'm really excited to be back and to discuss what we're going to be discussing today. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Today, we're going to be talking about signs you need a break from dating. So, yeah, I am in my late 20s. I've been dating on and off for the past about 4 years now. I was a little bit of a late bloomer to the dating scene, but I've been dating on and off for the past 4 years now. And it is definitely my deep desire to be married. That is the goal, that's the plan, that's what I want. But, that hasn't happened as of yet. And however, I know the Lord knows what's best, and I want to do my best just to leave that in His hands and stay hopeful and grateful for what I have in my life right now. So with all that being said, I feel like there comes a time and a place in all of our lives where, it's time to take a break from something. And I actually learned from Haley Gamba, if you know who she is. I really like her podcast and her videos. They've really helped me a lot. I've really enjoyed her work. But something she said that she does in her dating life is she'll really focus on it, maybe focus on like whoever she's seeing at the time. And then, if they do decide not to move forward with things, she takes like the time and the space to like just take a break from dating completely and just kind of like recharge, reset so that, she'll be in a good place when she starts up, dating again. And I was kind of just casually listening to that, but honestly, all this, I don't know, all these, that could have been some months or maybe even a year ago when I heard that. That really helped me and resonated with me, and that's something I try to do now. And if you're in the same boat as me, you might want to incorporate this into your life as well. So signs you need a break from dating. So I think one big sign is that when you look at dating, you look at it as exhausting and not exciting. So I've taken more than one break from dating. I think there was a time when like maybe something didn't work out and I literally thought it was like the worst thing in the world. It's like I'm deleting all these apps. I'm just gonna become a hermit and stay inside. It just literally felt like the worst thing in the world to me. However, I'm in a place now where like if something doesn't work out, I feel like I feel more of a sense of peace about it. Now, like I said, I've not always been like that, but like, yeah, I think I've gotten more at a place with when some things end. I'm just like, okay, it's fine, it's good. The Lord knows what's best. We just weren't right for each other, and that's completely okay. So I feel like I'm in a better place with that. However, that doesn't mean it's still maybe not good and proper for me to take a little step back and take a break from dating. So for me, even though I right now I'm in a pretty decent space, like I feel like I'm also in a space where when I look at dating, right now it doesn't give me like the same sense of excitement that like it maybe should. And so for that purpose, I'm really just wanting to just refocus on myself, refocus on my relationship with the Lord, and just take a break so that, once I am ready to venture back out there, it is going to be hopefully, I'll look at it with a sense of excitement and not like a sense of dread, of frustration, of nervousness. Hopefully, like I'm giving that, I'm allowing space for that sense of excitement to come back. So if you're in the same boat, if you look at dating with a sense of dread, if you know good and well like you're not in a place of just overall just you don't look at it with a sense of happiness or like excitement, it might be a good idea to just take a beat, take a step back, and take a break. So So I would say another sign that you should take a step back from dating is you feel like you've lost a sense of self. So this is the big one. So I guess I'll open up a little bit. So yeah, there's been times where I was talking to someone, and then when it ended, I just realized I felt really disconnected from myself. And I didn't realize that I felt like maybe a sense of disconnection when I was actually in it. It was when it ended when I was like, oh, I maybe haven't been talking to my friends as much, or I haven't been doing some of like the hobbies and things that I enjoy as much. Yeah, sometimes when we're in something and we just have like rose colored glasses on and we're just like fixated on that part of our life, sometimes it's easy to allow like our dating lives or like our relationships to just kind of like take over our whole lives. And sometimes we do it and we're not aware of it. And so that's kind of what happened to me. I mean, I wasn't like completely tapped out to everything, but once, like I said, once it ended, I realized that like the things that I typically am connected with, I wasn't as connected to those things. And it was likely because like my focus was fixated on that. So if maybe you're in something right now, or you've just like got out of something, or you're in a season where you aren't dating anyone, or you are, however, like you've either realized that you've been disconnected with different things around you, you've been disconnected with yourself and your own passion and your own hobbies, or if you're even single, like you're not talking to anybody, you're just kind of like, you're just doing you, but you notice that like you're just overly fixated on like dating and very much so like wanting to be in a relationship, which I've been there too. That's also a sign that maybe you need to just like cut dating for now and just focus on yourself, focus on like what makes you happy, focus on like what motivates you and what drives you. Yeah. If you're in the same boat, or if you can relate to what I'm saying, that also could be a sign that you need to take a beat from dating. Okay, last one, and this is a big one, and that is your relationship with God is lacking. There can be a lot of reasons why this is happening. It could be just like you've seen marriage has become an idol to you, or being in a relationship has become an idol to you, or it could be another reason. However, like when our relationship with God gets off, like everything will get off, if you know what I mean. So I've definitely been there too. Like I have very much so wanted to be in a relationship to the point that I kind of did neglect my relationship with God. I would get like angry at God for not allowing me to have this deep thing that I wanted. And it really just, affected my relationship with God, or I allowed it to affect my relationship with God in a negative way. So if you see the same thing, if you're in a relationship right now, but you're spending all this time with this person, and they're, instead of like pushing you towards God more, they're pushing you away from Him. Maybe not directly, but indirectly. Maybe they're not super strong in their faith. Maybe they're not like a believer at all. Or maybe they are just like they're putting you in a position where like you're being influenced to overly focus on them over the Lord. If any of that's happening, it might be good to take a little break. So yeah, if any of that is happening, I would encourage you at least to ask God, like, Lord, what should I do in this? Like, is it for me to take a break right now or to continue? So yeah. So I hope all of that helped you. So now that we talked about signs that you need to take a break, we're now going to talk about what you should do during that break. So number one, of course, I'm going to encourage all y'all to spend time with the Lord. If your time with the Lord is lacking, that's like the first thing that you need to I would say to go back to and to strengthen. Like I said, and I would say this is probably the same for all of us as believers, When our time with the Lord is off, everything gets off. And I've been there. There's been times where I feel like I just haven't felt as close to the Lord. And maybe it's because of this, because I have been overly focused on dating and whatnot, or it could be because of something else that I've been overly fixated on. However, we truly do need the Lord in every area of our lives. And no matter what area of life we jump into, whether it's jumping into a relationship or a job or a friendship even, the Lord wants to be the foundation of that. And the more time we spend with the Lord, the better spouse will be, the better friend will be, the better co-worker and employee will be. It literally affects every single area of our life. So that is the one thing we need to get on track during this break season. Another thing I would say, and this is another one my mom has said, my counselor has said, and that I just see really does ring true, is during this break, it can be really good to focus on other people, whether that's hosting something in your home or volunteering. There are other people, who are in dark situations or hard situations. And one thing that I'm learning, I feel like in this season, is what we focus on, our feelings follow what we focus on. So if we're always focused on our lack and what we don't have, of course, our feelings are going to fall in line with that. However, if we take a beat and we focus on everything around us, we focus on who we can help, who we can serve, the good things we have in our life, how we can invite people over and pour into them, then all of a sudden this big gaping hole we seem to have, that hole doesn't seem to be as big anymore. So I definitely encourage you, use this time, use this space to pour into other people around you. Okay, and lastly, I want to say, use this time to spend with yourself. Don't forget, I know there's some people who think self-love, self-help, self-whatever is ridiculous, but I don't believe that. I feel like at the end of the day, the one person we're stuck with in this life is ourselves. Other people, they come and go, they could leave, anything can happen. However, we can't really do anything to be disconnected from ourselves. So I think because of that, I think it's really important to have a good and healthy relationship with yourself. So take this time, get to know yourself more, get to know your strengths more, your weaknesses more, your values more. Do hobbies with yourself. What is it that you like to do, but maybe that you don't make the time for? Maybe you really like running or painting or tennis or whatever. Take the time to do these things or to seek out these things. Because obviously, at least I assume, I'm not married, but they say when you're married, and especially when you have kids, your priorities shift. So now is a really good time, I feel like, to build a life that you enjoy, build a life that you love, and to delve deep into the things that you enjoy. So yeah, and if you don't know what you enjoy, now could be a really good time to be adventurous and try different things and figure out what it is that you just are drawn to and that gives you happiness. So yeah, I definitely encourage you guys all to do that. And let me know how it goes in the comments below. And another big thing I want to say about spending time with yourself. So I sometimes feel sometimes we can be so fixated on getting to the next stage of our life, whether that is marriage, or a career, or whatever. However, sometimes there's something we need to accomplish in this season of our life before we're promoted to the next. And so I can't say I know that for sure, but I feel like in a lot of cases that can be the case. So I really implore you, if there's something you really want, let's say marriage, for example, if you really want to be married, but however, there's something you haven't taken care of in your singleness, maybe try to take care of those things. So that way, you have a better foundation for when maybe the Lord does bless you with that spouse. I can say personally, I'm trying to do the same thing in my life. There are things I really want to get together in my singleness and that I'm trying to get together, that I haven't done. But I'm just at a space now where I feel like, okay, like maybe this season of singleness is for me to do the things that I've been putting off, so that maybe I'll be even like a better spouse, a better helpmeet, a better whatever when I do possibly get married one day. So yeah, I implore you, whatever your business is that you know you need to get done, get that done now. So you know what it is. So get it done. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, pretty please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below, letting me know what you think of what you were blessed with. And with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Bye.